Hello everyone, welcome to today's live stream. Shivam welcome you all to Strike's daily live stream. So today we'll be looking into the market action using the Strike tool. Before we begin, kindly note you all can go to web.strike.money to use all the tools being used in this video, and you can do your own analysis. We will be launching a lot of new scanners and features very shortly. So I'll be announcing as and when the new stuff gets live. So without any delay, let me share my screen. Yeah, let's begin today's session. So you can see I've opened a advanced decline intraday chart for today. And why is that? Because most of the day the breadth was negative and more stocks were declining than advancing. But you can see a change around this 1:40 p.m. mark, wherein uh, advances for Nifty increased from 12 to around 20, and we are at the same level right now. So around 1:45, there was a pickup in the breadth, and the market uh, showed some kind of a recovery in the intraday session. And you can see most indices are flat, while Nifty, energy, and metal are at the top. So if you look for 500 as well, you can see only 157 stocks were up, but around that 130 mark, we've seen a pickup, while around 200 stocks are up now. If you look at the performance for today, then almost everything is flat or down, with the IT being the big loser. But right now, as I'm saying, there was a slight pickup where in the intraday session. So if I look at the 1 hour heat map, it will look at the action in the last 1 hour. So you can see in the last 1 hour, the Nifty energy and Nifty oil and gas has picked up. And why is that? Because the large cap stock Reliance has picked up very fastly in the last 1 hour, which is up around 2%. So that has helped most of the indices to come up, as it is part of multiple indices and the Nifty as well. So if we look at the other gainers in the last 1 hour, the metal index is there, and PSCs and PSU banks are like usually they are. So going back to the daily time frame, now you can see slowly the more indices are coming back into flat or green mode. So yeah, that's that. Coming back to the dashboard to see where the action is there in FNO section, then you can see just 40 stocks are on the long build-up side, and more than 100 stocks are in short build-up. So this action is pretty much similar to yesterday's session. And in terms of options data, uh, we have huge put writing at 19,200 and 19,300, which are the supports now, and the highest call OI is at 19,400. So, but there is also good amount of OI at 19,300. So for a clear bullish trend, 19,400 seems to be the level that needs to be crossed on the Nifty. And for Bank Nifty, the level is 44,000. So currently the spot level is 43,900 something, and 44,000 remains the key level, same as yesterday, for the market to cross. So I'll go to the charts for Nifty and Bank Nifty. But before that, let's look at the FIDI data for yesterday. Going to the cash market first. So in the cash market, both FIs and DIs were net sellers yesterday. So this is a not a good sign. And for derivatives, here as well, there was a very small change in index futures, but there was good amount of selling in stock futures from the FIs, as well as uh, covering in their long positions in index calls. So only covering of the puts is a bullish thing here. Apart from it, every other aspect remains to be bearish day over day. Going to the charts now. Now, since today is a weekly close as well, so we'll look at the weekly charts as well. So this is the weekly chart of Nifty. The all the indicators are neutral to bullish, and the candle is also looking like a slight doji kind of a pattern. If we look at the moving averages, then it is taking support right at the 10-week average, which is the smallest average being shown here. So the level is 19,328 for it to hold above this average. And to be able to close positive for the week, it would have to go above 19,428, which is still about 70 points away. So that is yet to be seen. In terms of daily chart, then we are seeing a positive real body in terms of today's action, but uh, we still need a clear breakout signal on the index. Let me draw the line that we are watching daily. One is this, and if you go to the hourly chart, then you'll be able to spot another sharper line that can be watched for a signal. In terms of other indicators, MACD is turning positive in the current hour and also giving a bullish crossover. So that is a good sign on the very small time frame for the Nifty. In terms of moving averages, it is right at the 20-hour average, which is 19,364. So once it gathers momentum and closes above this on hourly closing basis and this trend line, then momentum can pick up. Same thing, we can have a look with the setup. So I'll start with weekly because today is the weekly closing. So weekly RMI is going to sell side. Nevertheless, it will be very hard for it to reverse back. The price will have to move a lot up for this crossover to not happen. In terms of daily, uh, again, we are hovering around that 40-day EMA mark. You can see it was held all together here, and today is currently showing as negative. But if it closes above 19,361, the 40-day average will again hold. Let's look at hourly as well. So in terms of hourly, again, the Dow trend has changed from down to up, and a new buy signal is there on the RMI, while the averages are yet to be crossed. So that is it on Nifty. Very small signs coming for us, reversal on the hourly time frame, but more things should be watched as per your setup. Into the bank Nifty, so it had broken below the 10-week average already. So I'll be watching 20-week average, and it is right at that level. So the level is 43,873. So it will be interesting to see whether it holds the 20-week average or not. On the hourly chart, the setup looks pretty similar to Nifty. The MACD was positive from long back, like from yesterday only, and it has been trending in that category, but price has not really picked up. But right now it seems to be crossing the 20-hour average. So let's see on this setup if there is anything interesting. Yeah, so the hourly setup is pretty similar. The RMI had been into buy, but the averages are yet to be crossed. One thing to be noted here is that the Bollinger Bands are very tight. You can see the upper band is 43,984 and the lower band is 43,770. So the bands are very tight for an index like Bank Nifty. So that can mean there can be a volatility expansion in the short term. Now, whether that breakout or breakdown comes on which direction, that is yet to be seen. So that is it on the main indices. In terms of action, we already covered the big guy Reliance is being putting some gains on the indices today. So we'll look into that as well. And we'll also look into the scanners to fetch stocks for weekly or daily signals. I'll go to the scanners first. So I'd like to tell you guys that very shortly we'll be adding candlestick scanners, technical scanners, and even a seasonality scanner here, which can immensely help your analysis on day-to-day basis. So if you have any questions regarding any of the tools, just put in a comment. So I've selected FNO basket and selected the trend changes in today's session. So let me select only one category first. Yeah, so these are the bullish trend changes in today's session. So you can see the two stocks are from the banking sector, AU Bank, Axis Bank, and then two are from the FMCG side, Dabur and Hindustan Unilever. So that this is the way you can, when you see stocks from a same sector showing up in a certain scanner, this is when you should check that particular sector, whether if it's a good period to be in that sector or not. So if I go to the other scanner, that is Rohit scanner, in which we check the RMI, let me look for new signals. So the interesting thing is that we are seeing same names here as well. EU Bank, Axis Bank, and I think Dabur was also there in the Dow Trend scan. So here on setups like this, where there is confluence of 2 to 3 factors, that is momentum indicators and price action, that can be that stocks can have a better success rate than others. So let's have a look at weekly signals if there is any. So on the weekly side, more signals are on the bearish side than bullish side. So that needs to be checked, including the Nifty itself, which we already saw that it is giving a weekly sell signal. So that needs to be watched carefully. Okay. So since we got 2 stocks from the FMCG, let's look at the FMCG index as well. This index has been under pressure from quite some time. So I'll directly go to the setup to see the changes happening. Yeah. So this is the weekly chart first. So on the weekly chart, RMI had been in sell, but the downtrend never reversed, and the averages were also holding well. So, but in this week, it is possibly closing positive. And in terms of daily chart, the index itself has not yet given the either the RMI bullish signal, but or the downtrend signal, but few of its components have started to show that kind of a sign. Next, next I am going to look at Reliance as well because it was in trending section today. So today's candlestick looks very bullish, and it is holding above its 20-day average. So this is also a positive factor for the market in the near term. In terms of the overall market strength, you can see again we are seeing the number of advances decreasing slowly. Where the declines are still more, but in terms of 52-week highs, the in Nifty 500, 18 new 52-week highs are there, but only 3 new 52-week lows. So there, we are still not seeing outright new lows been making in the broad market. So stock specific action is still the same way it is going has been. In the sentiment, I'll see if there is any major change in any of the positioning. So not really. We are still around that same mark, and not really any changes in the terms of FIIs or the client positioning. The swing, however, the average swing had reached the level of 20 yesterday's session, which is the smoother version of the swing of the RMI indicator that we check on FNO stocks. So 20 is a fairly oversold level in the part in the recent time you can see. So this remains to be see whether or not we decline more on the swing or we pick up from right here. So this is one indicator to be watched out for a reversal. Similarly, this also we discussed yesterday. There's not much change yet that we are making a new low on the price, but the put call ratio is not. So this is sort of a divergence to be watched out for a possible reversal. In terms of diffusion indicators as well, we have made a lower low on the Nifty here on closing basis, but in terms of the number of stocks above 20-day average, we have not. So this is also another very small bullish divergence that can be seen in terms of the market bet. This I had highlighted in I think yesterday or day before live stream that number of stocks with RMI buy signal were around 20 or 22, which is fairly low, and today it is picking up to 26. So this is also uh, a positive divergence here since the indicator has not made a new low. So certain sentiment and diffusion indicators are showing early signs of a possible reversal, but still we need to be careful on the index itself and wait for more signals. This indicator I had explained. For those of you who are watching this for the first time, I'll tell you. So here we will look for number of stocks making new 1 month highs, subtract the stocks making new 1 month lows, and net number that we get, we smoothen it out with a 9-day average and then plot it here. So if the number is in green, which means more stocks are making new 1 month high than new 1 month lows, and when it's negative, that means more stocks are making new 1 month lows. So the behavior of this indicator in long term trends is seen as this, that when the new lows start decreasing slowly and then the indicator goes positive, that is when the markets reverse from their bearish trend to back to the bullish trend. So from last 2 3 days we are seeing that this histogram is started to decline. So if the price is making a new low but this indicator is not, that is also another bullish divergence. So we are seeing couple of signals on various indicators for a possible reversal. So need to be careful with shorts here and look for possible reversals. So if you have any questions, just shoot. We'll take all the questions. Oh, I see a question popping up with regards to where to check for bulk and block deals. Yeah. So you can go to bulletin board and then deals and insider trades. Here you can see all the bulk deals, block deals, as well as the insider trades in Strike tool. So here you can filter on any category which you want to see and even search the stock name and you will get the data for that stock. So for example, uh, let's say you want to look for any certain stock. Let's search for any random stock. First search for JSW, then only that stocks deals will come here. So you can monitor all kinds of data here on this particular screen. So bulletin board will be a very helpful screen in terms of deals, insider trades, uh, corporate actions, news and announcements. So that remains to be a you know a screen where you will get regular updates with regards to all these parameters. Any other questions? Okay, then I think we'll wrap up for the day, and I'll see you in the next trading session now. Thank you everyone for watching.